Hello everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. My name is LIMA and today I will do my top 10 best salty fragrances. I think I never saw this category on YouTube, at least I don't remember. So salty fragrances, of course, as the name implies, are fragrances that have a salty note or salty accord in their scent. Usually it's hard to describe a salty fragrance as it is, but it has like a savory type of smell and can go in three directions. Can go in a woody direction, in a marine, which is usual salty fragrances go in a marine aquatic category, and then most interesting for me, they can go into a gourmand territory, which I have here two gourmand fragrances that have this salty accord. So without further ado, oh, and of course this is in no particular order because these fragrances are very different from each other and they are equally amazing. So now let's start this list, and first I will mention a fragrance from the house of SHAY Blue, and of course it's Salt Caramel. What a delicious fragrance. So as the name suggests, it has salty accord, a salty accord in this scent, and in a nutshell, this smells like a salty caramelized popcorn. The most realistic popcorn is in this bottle. What a delicious fragrance. One of my favorite gourmands, no doubt. Good longevity. For me, this is perfect for date night situations, Netflix and chill type of occasions. It's fantastic, wonderful, perfectly unisex. SHAY Blue Salt Caramel starting this list. Now next I will mention a fragrance from the house of GUERLAIN, and I think you all know what fragrance it is. Of course it's ENCENS MYHTIQUE, the best ambergris fragrance out there in my opinion. I already talked about this fragrance in a lot of videos. I will link them here, and I will leave the link also in the description so you can check out my review. This was also featured on my One Fragrance to Rule Them All video. So this was already featured in a lot of videos. ENCENS MYHTIQUE, the best ambergris scent out there. It has also rose featured here. It's a wonderful fragrance. ENCENS MYHTIQUE by GUERLAIN doesn't need any introduction here in this channel. Next, I will mention a fragrance from the house of CARNER Barcelona, and the fragrance is COSTARELA. This one right here. COSTARELA, it's the perfect beach in a bottle type of scent. This has a sand accord here. I already did a review of this fragrance. I will also leave the link here. This has sand accord. It has marine notes, and of course the saltiness comes from these marine accords. COSTARELA, the performance, it's awful, yes, but I love this scent to go to the beach. COSTARELA by CARNER Barcelona, it's fantastic. Now next I will mention a fragrance from the house of XERJOFF, and it is Forty Knots. This one right here. Also did a review of this one already, featured on my top 10 best summer fragrances. This is quite often compared with Dior's Ambre Nuit from the Dior private collection, or Maison Christian Dior like they call them now. But this one, I prefer this one, 40 Knots, just because it's salty. Again, because I really love my salty fragrances. This has a more pronounced ambergris, is more woody, slightly floral, and in Ambre Nuit you have the rose. The rose, it's much more prominent rather than in 40 Knots. So, but either way, both are fantastic fragrances, but I tend to prefer more 40 Knots by XERJOFF. Wonderful fragrance, of course. The salty accord comes from this ambergris type of scent, but doesn't have the same magic, doesn't have the magic that ENCENS MYHTIQUE has, but nonetheless, wonderful fragrance right here. 40 Knots, fantastic performance. You can wear this in all occasions, it's very versatile, even in terms of seasons. 40 Knots by XERJOFF from their Join the Club collection. Next, I will mention a fragrance from the house of Tom Ford, and it is Costa AZZURRA. I already did a review of this one way back. Costa Azzurra. It's my favorite blue fragrance in the Tom Ford private collection. It has an average performance. It has seaweed, so this is where the saltiness comes from. It has seaweed, it has woody notes here, it's aquatic, it's very masculine, at least for me. It's wonderful, wonderful fragrance. Costa Azzurra from Tom Ford, it's wonderful. Actually, I don't mention Tom Ford fragrances quite often because, well, I usually tend to separate niche from designer. Tom Ford, by definition, is a designer house, but I consider this a more exclusive, more niche-ish collection. But well, I think we will leave that discussion for another video. Costa Azzurra by Tom Ford, it has a wonderful salty accord here from the seaweed. Next, I will mention a fragrance from the House of Creed, and it is Millesime Imperial. One of my favorite from Creed, this one and Virgin Island Water. I also really like Viking and Royal Oud. Millesime Imperial, it's wonderful. It has this salty, aquatic accord. This saltiness comes from the ambergris here. You have also a fruitiness. You have a watermelon accord in the opening, which is fantastic. This is wonderful. Definitely one of the finest, best Creed fragrances. Millesime Imperial, wonderful fragrance right here. Perfect for the summertime. Next, it's a fragrance from the House of Beaufort, and it is Lignum Vitae. I have yet to review this fragrance. This fragrance is so unique. It really has a salty note here. It has ginger. This fragrance is a gourmand for me because it seems that you're smelling like a ginger biscuit, a fresh baked ginger biscuit. It's wonderful. What a wonderful fragrance. It's very unique for me. It has wonderful performance, but it's not very likable. Nonetheless, for me, that just enhances the uniqueness of Lignum Vitae by Beaufort. Fantastic fragrance. My favorite from the brand, Lignum Vitae. Wonderful. Now, next, it's a fragrance from the House of Ramon Monegal, and it is a true Eden gem, but quite expensive. Ocean Oud. Wow. Definitely one of my favorite oud based fragrances. And just take a look of this gorgeous looking bottle. Ocean Oud is marine. It has marine accord here. It's a aquatic, salty fragrance with real oud. Wow. Imagine like Tom Ford Oud Mineral, but with real oud and much better quality. Of course, it's quite expensive. This is a 50 ml bottle size and will run you for 300 euros, give or take. So it's quite expensive. But this has a incredible quality. It's very challenging at first. When I first tried this fragrance, it seems that I was smelling old man's breath. Yeah, so you can imagine that it's not very pleasant in the opening, but let it settle, try it on your skin for numerous times, and you will then experience the magic, the quality, the blend of this oceanic, ozonic, salty oud fragrance. Ramon Monegal Ocean Oud. Next, I will mention a fragrance created by Miguel Macho. I recently did a review of this wonderful scent. It is Sailor Stories. What a unique summer fragrance. This has seaweed, it has marine accord, so that's why you can detect the salty accord in here. You have leather, you have oak moss, you have citruses in the top. It's wonderful. What a wonderful blend, fantastic creation by Miguel Macho. So proud to have this fragrance in my collection. Wonderful scent, Sailor Stories. Try this one if you have yet to. And last, but certainly not least, from the House of PROFUMUM Roma, it is the one and only ACQUA di Sale. Wow, this, you can go saltier than this. It's really like you are filling this bottle with water from the ocean, and you have ACQUA di Sale. Put a bit of seaweed here, and yes, you have Acqua di Sale. What a wonderful creation. It's aquatic, it's ozonic, it's salty, it's woody. Try this one. This is the perfect summer fragrance. It's very linear, yes. It's my only problem with this fragrance. It's very linear, but nonetheless, it's wonderful. It will put you in a happy mood. Perfect for vacation times or holidays. It's wonderful. Acqua di Sale by PROFUMUM Roma. It's overpriced, but try to get a decant or sample just to experience this realistic ocean water in here. So this one, guys, finishes my list. Hope you enjoy my video. Tell me in the comments down below what you thought about this list, if you like salty fragrances or salty chords in your fragrances. And of course, see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Ciao.